Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for the second-year man. It's Najee Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down come. Up. They run again with Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 21-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Jones. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. That swung out wide to Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a running play here with Smith. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They're going for it. This is Harris. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On their own side of the field. Close to the 50, but their own side of the field. They only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man-on-man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there, we saw it at the point of attack. Find enough yardage to pick up a first down. Give him credit for that one.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones got his man. It's Thornton. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones setting up the screen. Harris. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Pickett now on first down. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 27, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play. Now Jones on 1st and 10. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they... Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Dancing to his left. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Zach Gentry. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And a rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Hey, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Running the jet sweep, Thornton. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Jones on third down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Blesson Austin. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now...
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. But they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hope.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his man, Thornton. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Jones throwing to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
To throw on third down, Jones.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even.
Now a play fake here on first down. High throw, but the catch is made.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Mike 2. Here we go. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Panther 60.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Mike 2. Watch the screen. 60. Choose the mic. Here we go. Mike 2. Watch 2.
Looking to throw. Jones. This one to Bourne out on the left side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They're going to try and throw. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And what many term as a down year for rookie quarterbacks, the Steelers took Pickett 20th overall because they knew him better than any other quarterback in the draft. They consider him the most pro-ready passer in the class. He's got plenty of gunslinger in him as well. You give him an inch of space to make a throw, he's going to try and make it into a mile.
Pickett to throw on first down. Claypool with another catch. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are pouring it on. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job. They were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Breida, they'll go up the middle, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Pickett will look to throw it here.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Najee Harris
from 6 yards away.
And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Pats are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
And now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the...
He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point now by Boswell. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Austin brings in the quick throw. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And he's got it. Touchdown. Calvin Austin from 8 yards out. And the Steelers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Choose the right. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. 2, watch 2, watch 2. I'm coming for you, son.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Oh, my goodness. How about this start to a season? I mean, it doesn't get much better. 2 touchdowns, remember, last week in the opener. 3 more here. This is some kind of pace to put yourself on.
Are we going to go ahead and look ahead and say 4 next week? Is that too much to ask for? That's what he's dreaming about right now. That's what his team's thinking about. But, boy, what a start for him.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
No let-up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold-up-4 college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. And now here is another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. After the sack on first down, Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Oh, the return is Jones.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay,
and now here is another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bring it home, victory. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it.